Good morning, friends. I want to spend just a few moments with you here this morning and sharing together to set our intentions for the day. I think it's such an important thing to do. Just because we know truths maybe about God, we know scriptures that we can call if we're asked. Having them in the front of our minds is really so important to set our intention through the day. And really, I think the effectiveness or the win is when we can recall these things as we go throughout our day, when they're in the front of our mind, not buried back there somewhere. Just like when we have a song on our minds and on our lips that's encouraging and uplifting is different than a song that maybe leads us to a different emotion or feeling. I want to share with you just really briefly this morning from the 23rd Psalm. I used to think the 23rd Psalm was just kind of like, I took it for granted, maybe something that older people seem to like, and maybe there's a reason for that. There's some wisdom that comes with age, particularly when it's associated with learning and following God for a length of time. 23rd Psalm, there's a reason it's so well known and a reason why it's so rich. And I'd like to encourage you this morning. I'm trying to for myself just to think of the first verse in that. The King James, of course, it begins, "The Lord is my shepherd." And part of the encouragement there is just to spend time reflecting on these things, not just kind of in one ear and out the other, or just friends, it's so easy for us to say, "Oh, I know that verse, I know that thing, yeah, I believe that," but to let it go deeper down in, and along with the idea that you don't really believe it unless you're living it, right? Do you believe that the Lord is my shepherd? Well, it's the things in our lives that really determine the way that we live and respond, that really determine whether we believe that or not. Not whether we say we believe it, but whether we actually do. The Lord is my shepherd, of course, in the King James, "I shall not want," which maybe for some of us doesn't quite hit, or doesn't it's not really the language that we speak oftentimes on an everyday basis. The NIV, which is the translation that I kind of use the most, "The Lord is my shepherd, I lack nothing." Or as another translation that I looked at reads, "The Lord is my shepherd, I have everything that I need." What does it look like to go into our day, each day? Believing this, having this not on the back of our mind, but again on the front of our mind, because the Lord is my shepherd, I already have everything that I need. I'm not missing anything. I shall not want. I lack nothing. The Lord is my shepherd. I lack nothing. What if we were to repeat that all throughout the day? Just as we go about doing whatever it is that we're doing. The Lord is my shepherd. I have everything that I need. I have everything that I need. I lack nothing. I want for nothing. The Lord is my shepherd. And I'll tell you, for me, one of the ways that this has helped me is to have more compassion for other people. It gives me sort of a lens to look at myself and others, not to judge them, okay, but to look at the fruit and how hard it must be. That's really what I mean. How hard it must be for somebody to really have no conception of this as it relates to their practical life. And folks, if we're honest, when we look at the fruit, sometimes there's people that are even passionate in their belief of God, of Jesus, their Christian belief, but sometimes they don't live. They don't live like that. When we just see people, it seems like they're always mad about something. There's always something missing. There's always something that, oh, if this was different, then I'd be happy. But this truth from Psalm 23 is the Lord is because the Lord is my shepherd, I lack nothing. Because I'm trusting in God, I'm being led by Jesus. Because of that, there's nothing that I need that I don't already have. Because he gives me what I need. You know, I saw really quickly a news story. It was, I don't know, somewhat recently, that a guy shot a cook at the Waffle House because he told him that he needed to be wearing a mask to come in there. Now, look, this is not about what you think about masks, okay? But although, let me just say this, the amount of anger that is produced in some people regarding these things, to me, maybe I'm off here, but to me betrays the idea that maybe they're not living in this Psalm 23 reality. Right? Let me just ask you this for yourself and your life, and for those you encounter as well too. What difference does it or would it make when you step out, when you roll out of bed for one thing, but then step out the door for those of us who are still having to do that right now at all? What does it mean to start the day with the belief, again, not just in the back of your mind, but in the front of your mind, the Lord is my shepherd, I lack nothing. There's nothing that I need that I don't already have. I really believe that if we wake up with that mentality, with that idea in our minds, it will affect the way that we go through our day. It will affect the way that we interact with challenges and frustrations and things that are, less than what we would want them to be all throughout our life. It enables us to deal with adversity with grace, right? To deal with people that are frustrating, right, to say the least, with grace, with realizing. I guess here's the thing for the other people, it helps us, I think, to have compassion for people. How hard must it be to walk out the door without having everything that you need already? It's so easy for us to be set off, to become angry quickly when we don't feel like we already have everything that we need. Okay, probably more from Psalm 23 to come. I'm doing some work, some study in this. But what would it look like for you today? Maybe you'll take up this challenge today to say before God and to yourself, maybe many, many, many times throughout this day, the Lord is my shepherd. I have everything that I need. The Lord is my shepherd. I lack nothing. He's given me every good thing. I have no reason to become that angry that quickly. I have no reason to live in a sense of lack or a sense of disappointment or a sense of my cup being only half full or half empty, depending on how you look at it. As this psalm will tell us later, my cup overflows. What does it mean to walk through the day with the realization that my cup is overflowing? I'm not looking for anybody to give me my sense of worth today. I'm not looking for anybody to do anything to make me whole. My cup overflows because the Lord is my shepherd. I'm trying to walk into my day with that mentality, and I hope you are as well. So I love you guys. Thank you for some of you for checking in here. I'm learning who the morning people are and who they aren't. That's not normally me, but every now and then I'm here. So, okay, I love you guys. May your cup overflow today, and may others see it. I love you guys. Bye.